Welcome to the 2024 Mimi Awards honoring me, the Mystic Autistic.
Hello, welcome to the first annual Mimi Awards. We've come together tonight to celebrate me, the Mystic Autistic. It's award season in Hollywood, and a lot of people are... I don't really care about what's going on in Hollywood. I'm not really all that concerned about how a lot of millionaires are awarded or not awarded by the patriarchy in Hollywood. It just doesn't really matter that much. But what I do care about is me and the progress that I've made in my self-development, especially since I've been diagnosed as autistic. So that's why I've created this quite absurd award show to honor me and all the little and not so little things that I accomplished last year. The point of this whole Mimi Awards is to demonstrate the fact that you can celebrate yourself and give yourself awards for anything. It can be little, it can be big, but you deserve an award for some accomplishments in your life that are getting you closer to your goals are what matters. I'm awarding myself because a few years ago, I didn't think I would be here today because I was so sad. I thought I was going to leave this life on purpose. Well, I didn't. And I've had a miraculous 3-4 years now. I'm so joyful now. And I want to celebrate myself and the things that I have accomplished. So that's why I have made this absurd award show and why I will be giving myself a panoply of awards tonight because, frankly, I deserve them. Let's go ahead and get started with the first award of the night. It's a pretty big one. It's biggest accomplishment of the year. The award goes to me for my season of my podcast, Empower Your Magical Self. Thank you so much. I have loved doing my podcast this year. I've got one season down of Empower Your Magical Self. I had 13 episodes. 12 incredibly amazing guests. I learned so much from them. I was so inspired. So yeah, it was a huge accomplishment. It took a lot of work. It was an unexpected amount of work, but I'm thrilled with the product. The second season will be coming out later this year in 2024. And I just thank you. Thank you so much, those of you who have listened to our podcast to Empower Your Magical Self. I really appreciate it. And I hope that anybody who hasn't will take this opportunity. It's a lot of great guests and it's really entertaining and it's lovely. It's a lovely show. Check it out. Empower Your Magical Self. Thank you so much. Me for starting therapy.
The award for most consequential good decision goes to me for starting to see a therapist.
Oh, thank you so much. My decision to start seeing a therapist last year was probably one of the best things I've ever done. And it's not like I had done therapy so many times. I had always done talking therapy. Talky. Let's talk over everything and never really come to any solution. I know it works for some people. It really didn't work for me. I had to find myself a good somatic therapist, and we talk about traumatic things that happened in my childhood as to how they are felt in my body now and how that manifests in my world. It's a whole different ball game. So yeah, thank you for this. If you have it on your list to get a therapist, start going to therapy this year. Be really careful about who you choose to go see. It can make all the difference in the world. Look for somebody who really matches up with you. Not all therapists are the same. Thank you so much. Free Palestine.
For writing 94 stories at medium.com last year.
Thank you so much. Thank you. For my writing on Medium last year. I published 94 stories last year on Medium. They're behind a paywall at Medium, but you can see a lot of them, the free link at my website. About empowering your magical self. Yeah, that's what I do. I try to empower my magical self and help other people empower their magical self. So by far I understand why people have never liked me. And I know it's funny, but it's true. I do understand that now, and it has a lot to do with being autistic, and I was diagnosed a couple of years ago, and that has helped me understand my world so much better. So thank you. Thank you so much for this. Check out my website, leahwellborn.net. Okay, thanks, Free Palestine.
The Mimi Award for Best Step Outside Their Comfort Zone goes to me for joining an autism support group.
It's a llama or an alpaca. Thank you. Okay, so this one is for making a move outside of my comfort zone, and it's specifically for joining an autism support group. I do not generally feel comfortable in situations like that, but I think that's the whole point of an autism support group. So I'm really glad that I joined it. It was for a finite time, so it's all over now. And I got a lot of it out of it, and I really appreciate it. And I encourage you out there, if you have some sort of a neurodivergence, something that you feel like you could get help from being in a group with, seek out a group. They can be really helpful. Appreciate this. Sometimes it's great to move out of your comfort zone. So thank you. Free Palestine.
Thank you so much. Could I say, I really deserve this. I have been working on the Talus Women project for years. If you're a fangirl like I am, I mean, there's so many marvelous women, past and present and future, who deserve so much reverence. So that's why I created the Talus Women project. I mean, I got tired of people saying, it's a talisman, he's a talisman. Like, no, let's have a talus woman, right? Am I right? Yeah, exactly. I mean, my gosh, I could thank all of them. I could thank Dolly Parton, Mary Shelley, Toni Morrison, Alice Walker, Anais Nin, Beatrice Wood, Beyonce. Oh my God, who could forget Beyonce? There's so many women that I could thank just for being an inspiration in my life and for helping me get through those really, really dark times. Those women I love. Links are on my website. Everybody should go check it out. Everyone should know about all of these women. Everybody should respect women. Let's hear it for the women, right? Thank you so much, and check out my Talus Women.
The Mimi Award for Best Habit Kicked Cold Turkey.
It goes to me. I was addicted to watching the news.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I was a news junkie. I was watching MSNBC 7-8 hours a day, nonstop. Addicted to the personalities of the news people. Hey, Rachel Maddow. Hey, Ari. Love you. But I can't watch you. I'm never, ever going to find peace if I kept watching news the way I was watching it. I want to thank me for giving me this award and for listening to my spirit guides and for knowing that it had to be done. I had to stop watching the news. It was not making me an informed citizen. It was making me a crazed, brainwashed junkie. So I want to thank me and my spirit guides for making that decision, and it really has made everything in my life so much better since I stopped being a news junkie. So thank you. Free Palestine. Mimi Award for Most Surprising New Habit goes to me. For roller skating. Taking up roller skating at the age of 50 goes to me.
Taking up roller skating at the age of 50. The award for Most Consistent Positive Habit goes to me for practicing my magical morning ritual for almost 600 days in a row. Oh, yay, me!
It's so adorable. I don't know what to say. I'm excited. Almost 600 days that I have meditated every single day, and I'm to be rewarded with this little guy. It's kind of beyond my wildest dreams, but really, the reward has been. Can I even say this? I can't believe I'm going to say this. The reward has been in the meditation itself and in doing my magical morning ritual itself. It's true. The reward comes from the act itself. Thank you so much. I want to thank Free Palestine. Thank you. And the Mimi Award for Most Difficult Situations Dealt With Fairly Well goes to me. It's a three-way tie.
The Mimi Award for Most Difficult Situations Dealt With Fairly Well goes to me, and it's in 3 parts because there were some difficult situations last year.
Boy. Probably more than any of the other Mimi Awards, I deserve this award or these three awards because it's such a big deal. They split it into 3. The big things that I got through in 2023 and dealt with much better than I would have in the past. The first one is that my dad died. Which was really not a big deal because I hadn't talked to him in 20 years. He died actually in 2022, and a lawyer contacted me in June. He was letting me know that my stepmother, who I've only met once, wanted to sell their house and wanted to cash out and give me $20,000 or so, and she was going to return to her home country of Peru and that was going to really help me out a lot. She just kind of went off the radar. So that was a really big disappointment for me, big landmark in my life, finding out my father died, and then kind of being screwed around with the money. That was a big landmark. Part 1 of the trials and tribulations of 2023. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I'll be back for part 2.
A second part of the Mimi Award for most difficult thing dealt with fairly well goes to me for dealing with the loss of my beloved cat, Mama Cass. May she rest in power.
Oh, wow. Okay, so thank you. Part 2 of the trials and tribulations I overcame with some personal dignity and grace in 2023. The second one was that my beautiful cat, Cassie, of 14 years, who had come to live with me in Los Angeles and taught me a lot about being a diva and a real bad bitch and a stand-up bitch in real life. She died in December, and it was unexpected, and it was very sad. And in the past, it would have really made me crumble, but I handled it. I did okay. I survived, I thrived, and, blessings to Cassie. Thank you, Cassie. I can feel her here judging me and being with me, and I love you. I love you, Cassie. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in another lifetime. You'll probably be my overlord. Okay. Love you, Cassie. Thank you for the thank you.
The third and final part of the Mimi Award for most difficult situation dealt with fairly well goes to me for dealing with the great ceiling cave-in and the havoc that it wrought.
Installment of terrible things that I went through in 2023, but survived and thrived with at least a modicum of grace and sanity. This was really the worst one. My ceiling fell in July. There had been a leak inside my walls, mold inside my walls. Kitchen is torn apart, it remains to this day. My bedroom's torn apart, remains to this day. State Farm is the devil. State Farm's the devil, yeah. And they refused to reimburse, so now we are being sued by the people who did the destruction to get the mold out, who guaranteed us there was no problem at all. State Farm was going to pay. They didn't pay, so now we're being sued. And an asshole who I knew as a teenager, who is now a lawyer, contacted me and said they would love to help me get out of this jam, and they were going to really stick it to State Farm for me. It was their pleasure. And then they got pissy and helped me to be reliable and really make everything better, and then they just pissed all over me. So yeah, this is to you, asshole. So yeah, it was like a huge personal affront. It was just a very, very destructive experience, and I'm still living in a shambles, but at least the mold in my walls came out, and I realized that all corporate entities are disgusting and they're of the devil. So those are the wonderful things that I learned from that experience. Also, don't trust lawyers. Okay, thanks so much. And finally tonight, I'm giving myself this award for best, coolest, most awesome person in the world. From me to me. Because you know what? I'm the only person that I'm going to have to spend every second of the rest of this incarnation with. So I'm going to make it great. And I'm going to love myself, and I'm going to figure out every day more and more ways to love myself and to spread the love to other people. Because love is energy. We are all energy. And the more we can spread it around, the higher our vibrations will all get. And the less hatred there'll be in the world. So remember, no matter where you are in your world, in your life, what's going on, you are your own star. You are your Mimi awardee, or you should be. So take care of yourself, my darling, and make yourself happy and do the things that matter to you. Because you are the one that matters, just like I am the one that matters for me. I'm the Mystic Autistic. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight, and I love you, and I hope that you are finding a lot of joy in your life, because you're the only one that can make it work for you. Mwah! I love you. Thank you. Good night from all of us here at the Mimi Awards. Good night.